Hello, friends. Wait, let's talk. Do you know one of the scariest things in life? It's not failure. It's waking up one day and realizing you've been the one standing in your own way this whole time. Think about this. Two people can go through the exact same situation, same opportunity, same environment, same starting point, and still end up with completely different lives. One grows and the other stays stuck. And it's easy to blame luck or timing or even the universe. But more often than we like to admit, it's none of that. It's mindset. Not the cheesy, positive vibes only kind. It's the quiet story your mind keeps repeating. The way you explain things to yourself when nobody else is listening. Because life tends to follow the direction your mind is already moving. Here's something most people don't notice early enough. Life isn't just shaped by what happens to you. It's shaped by the meaning you give to what happens. And that meaning, it starts in your thoughts. Your thoughts create the emotional climate you live in. They become your perspective. Your perspective shapes how you feel. And your feelings quietly influence the decisions you make. And decisions build your life. So when someone changes jobs, moves to a new city, switches relationships, but keeps ending up in the same patterns, it's not bad luck. It's familiar thinking. Same emotional climate, just in a new environment. Everything gets created twice. First in the mind, then in your life. And the atmosphere around you, it's usually just your feelings projected outward. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Feelings feel incredibly convincing. Like Oscar-winning convincing. I mean, we've all had those moments where it feels like everything is falling apart, only to realize much later that we were just tired, probably hurt, very overwhelmed, or overthinking. So yes, feelings are real, but they're not always reliable. They move, like the weather. They pass, they shift, they change. Or they act like that one dramatic friend convinced everything is a disaster, and somehow everything is fine by Thursday. The problem isn't having feelings. It's letting them quietly take the lead without us ever questioning where they came from. Because most feelings don't show up on their own. They're usually sitting on top of a thought. And when that thought goes unexamined, the feeling feels true, even when it isn't helpful. I don't feel ready. I don't feel confidence. I don't feel adequate. And without realizing it, we start making long-term decisions based on short-term emotions. That's how people get stuck. Not because they can't move forward, but because something inside keeps pulling them back. Feelings were never meant to lead you. They're there to inform you, to signal something, to get your attention, but never to take the wheel. So, what actually begins to change things? Your awareness, your intentions. When the mind is left unsupervised, it runs wild. So be intentional about what your mind is feeding on, because whatever you consistently focus on grows. Your mind is a garden. You don't have to force anything to grow, but whatever you plant and water will. Water doubt. Fear expands and takes over. Water discipline. Results start showing up. Water possibility. Your whole world starts looking different. And the beautiful thing, your mindset is not a personality trait. You weren't born with a fixed one. It's a skill, a practice, a muscle, something you can retrain, reshape, rebuild, one intentional thought at a time. Life doesn't suddenly get better because everything gets easier. Life gets better when your thinking gets stronger. When you start choosing better thoughts, better interpretations, better stories about who you are and what's actually possible for you. Because the best way to influence tomorrow is before it becomes today. So if life doesn't feel like it's where you want it to be right now, don't rush to change everything on the outside. Pause. Gently look inward. Your thoughts are the blueprint your life will always follow. And if this made you think a little differently today, like, share, and subscribe. Wait, let's talk.